Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is time to wake up in Barca. Excuse my voice. I promise I'm not sick. I lost my voice at the FC Cincinnati match on Saturday where they finally got their first home win in the brand new, beautiful TQL Stadium. I was right there in the supporters section, singing my lungs out, singing my voice away. We've been trying to rest it up. Didn't happen. So I got a raspy voice today, but I'm here, friends. Ready to start the day, ready to catch up on all the news. We're going to go over the potential lineup, do a little match preview for the upcoming match against Bayern Munich. Hopefully, we can get a little revenge after that 8-2 loss last time we played them. We'll see what happens. We'll catch up on the chat as well, see how everybody's doing. All this coming up on everybody's favorite morning show, Wake Up in Barca. Let's go ahead and get this party started.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right, first things first, let's check in on the crew. How we doing, everybody? How's the undefeated community doing on this Monday morning? Kyle Cash is with us, got 30 minutes till his next class. Fantastic. Sean, starting off real positive, saying we are doomed. We'll talk about it. Don't you worry. Manchester, England in the building. What's up, Steve? How we doing, friend? Congratulations to you, sir, with the, first of all, your wonderful summer signings and then the performance over the weekend. That was fun. That was fun to watch as a casual fan, I gotta admit. Connor, good morning, sir. How are you? And Sean, good morning. Good morning. That is how we like to start. Instead of jumping immediately to the pessimism of, oh, we're doomed. A nice good morning to start the day always helps. Let's see here. Steve says, that boy Ronaldo makes England look shite. Ronaldo's going to be tearing up the EPL. It's going to happen. Did I poison Toronto FC? That's hilarious. So fun story. I'm glad you brought that up, Kyle. So Saturday morning, I'm walking my dog, and we decide, long story short, to take a route that we typically don't go. And we walked by a local high school that's literally just at the end of my block. Walk by, and we're walking past their soccer field, and I see that there's a team practicing. And I was like, it's weird for a high school team to be practicing on a Saturday morning at this point in the year. And then as we got a little bit closer, I was like, those people are pretty big to be high school students. And then I got a little bit closer, and I'm like, why do they have a sponsor on their shirt? And then I saw the logo, and I was like, is that Toronto? And then I wasn't 100% sure who FCC was playing. So I was like, hold on. Who is FCC playing tonight? I look it up. We're playing Toronto. I look up Toronto's kits, and it's the logo on the chest. I get a little bit closer. I see a bald, bright, shiny head in the sunshine. And I'm like, that is Michael Bradley. Most of you probably don't know who Michael Bradley is. He was a U.S. men's national team captain for many years. He now plays for Toronto FC along with a few others. So I got to sit there for like a half an hour and watch Toronto FC do their morning practice the day of the game almost in my backyard. It was absolutely awesome. Anyway, fun story, right? SO, good morning, sir. Says, it's my first time scared from a football match, and it sucks, especially when your club is not any club. It's Barca. I hear you. Sure, nervy times, but listen, we got nothing to lose. If we end up losing 8-2, 8-0, it's whatever. We've got injuries out the ass. We've got our first Champions League match without Lionel Messi. We've got a Bayern Munich who has a new coach and is going to march their way through Bundesliga. If we get destroyed in this match, it is what it is. It's not going to ruin the season for me. I'm not going to be completely brokenhearted. It'll be embarrassing. We'll have to take that loss and roll with it. But at the end of the day, guys, we're starting from ground zero here. We are starting completely fresh. There's no expectations, particularly around Champions League. Well, okay, there's one expectation. We'll make it out of the group stage. That's the only expectation, is for us to make it out of the group stage. So we could lose to Bayern. We could lose to Bayern twice, and it doesn't matter. Champions League is not our focus for the year. We're not a top club anymore, guys, at least temporarily. What do I think about the possibility of Frank Kessié joining Barca for free? Have not heard that yet. Maybe we'll take a look at that. Good morning to you, Sem, by the way. And we'll see. I haven't watched Frank Kessié play too much. I don't catch a lot of Italian league. But from what I do know, he seems like a pretty big, strong, physical midfielder. Very similar to Tanguy Ndombele, who apparently we had the opportunity to sign as part of the deal with Emerson going to Tottenham. We had the opportunity to sign either Serge Aurier or Tanguy Ndombele. We said no to both of those. My assumption is that we are just doing everything we can to pinch every penny. We don't want to spend it on salary. We don't want to spend it on any potential extra cash to get one of those players. None of that. So that's why we are saving all those dollars. Steve says, best atmosphere I've witnessed at Old Trafford on Saturday. The place was rocking. I bet, dude. I bet the rafters were shaking. And by big, you mean bigger than third graders. Let's be real, soccer players are small. Well, yeah, that's true. But like Omar Gonzalez, for example, was out there. And Omar Gonzalez is like 6'6" or something like that. Thrawn, we will get to my prediction. Don't you worry. Yeah, Coffee, we just talked about that. And Ndombele, apparently not wanted by Barcelona. I got to think it's because Barcelona look at it and say, yeah, we can bring in Ndombele, but he doesn't get us any closer to a Champions League. And we'd be paying him a salary that we can't quite afford right now. So I think Laporta's plan is to save every single dollar that we can this year. So that means coming up with ways coming up with ways to negotiate not transfers. We'll get there, folks. We'll find our words. Coming up with ways to negotiate loans, negotiate salary cuts, turn down any players that aren't going to actually move the needle for us. That's kind of what we're doing this year. This is a match where we seriously need Dembele and Ansu Fati. We need their speed. I am with you on that one. I am definitely with you on that one. All right, we are going to do a full lineup and prediction, but before we do that, we might as well catch up on any other news, just so we're not missing anything. And then we're going to do lineup, we're going to do prediction, and we'll talk about Tuesday. All right. FC Barcelona preparation continue for Bayern. Barca women beat Real Betis as they should. Luke de Jong ready to score goals. I hope so, because here's a little spoiler. He might be starting on Tuesday, folks. How will Barcelona line up against Bayern Munich? Well, we're going to do that on this channel, so we don't need to read that. Barca draw at home. Braithwaite injured. Oh my gosh. Guys, we are just racking up injuries. I'm pretty sure we are only going to have 2 healthy forwards. 3 if you want to count Coutinho, who's just coming back from injury. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how much expectations I should have for Barcelona going into this. They have about 6 or 7 injuries. Cal Cash is ready to play, and you know what, buddy? We might need you. Get your kit ready. Coffee says, I don't know why Barca following midfielders to sign these days while problems lying within our defense. Coffee, I've said this ad nauseum, bro. I've said this a whole bunch, so I'll keep it short. But the problem is not in our defense. The problem is in our midfield, particularly with Sergio Busquets not having the pace to cover sideline to sideline to help prevent those counterattacks. By the time the counterattacks get to our defense, it is what it is. If you're going to be running 3-on-3 at anybody's defense, you're going to give up goals. So you have to stop those in the midfield. Has to happen. Coffee says we're running out of options. Yes. Sean says, from where the hell did Braithwaite get injured? I don't know, actually. Oh, I guess it would have been with over the international break, I guess, right? Heard that players are misdiagnosed. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in the medical room there. Sem says, hoping for Demir, Gavi, Coutinho, or Nico tomorrow could bring something new to the team. I would say potentially one of them. Well, let's see. Gavi and Nico aren't going to get in the starting lineup. Demir, maybe. Coutinho, maybe. But I can't imagine Nico or Gavi make the starting lineup. Vipula, how we doing, sir? Coleman wants to get fired. What makes you say that Coleman wants to get fired? I don't know about all that. 3 hours ago. This could be interesting. Maybe this is what you're talking about. Coleman, thanks to me, Barcelona has a future. That's interesting. Interesting comments from the Dutchman. Barcelona coach Ronald Coleman gave an interview to Dutch TV, most eye-catching of which claimed that thanks to me, this club has a future, which is unlikely to go down well with supporters. He then went on to talk about the club's young player. It's just Pedri. It's not just Pedri. There are still 4 or 5 players aged 18 or 19 who will be fantastic for the club in 3 or 4 years. I've been saying that this whole time, folks. Excuse me. Let me share a few more quotes here. Last week, there was also something in the media which I think is not possible, he said. That again suggests that the trainer does not have full power. He said a little too much. That is best done in private. I like it when a president is committed and also asks questions, but that shouldn't be in the press. That was a problem. Interesting. What else? He also said, I don't look back on it. Barcelona boss also spoke about the end of last season. Don't look on it fondly. When you as a club let things blow a bit and are not clear in the future of a trainer, then you get speculation. If you're the one who's the trainer, that's no fun. Interesting. So he is complaining a little bit about things going on in Barcelona there. As for the new contract, Coleman doesn't seem too sure if an offer is about to arrive, but did make it clear once again that he wants to stay on past the end of the current campaign. One minute it's nothing. This is what Coleman said. 1 minute it's nothing. The next it could be anything. I know it also depends on the outcome. I am open to staying. I'm just having fun. Interesting. And then it ends with saying Coleman said he thinks it may well take 2 years before Barcelona will be able to financially compete with clubs as Manchester City and Chelsea get. I agree with that, but that doesn't mean that we won't be able to sign anybody for 2 years. Damn it, I did it again. What that means is I have the stream deck. I just have to hook it up. What that means is when he says that we're not going to be able to compete with Man City or Chelsea in terms of the summer signings, yes, but that we're not going to be able to splash 200, 300 million in a summer like they've been doing. But we might be able to buy a player or two over the next summer. Let's see. Catching up on the chat here. Let's see. Aditya, hello. Holland to Barca. I hope. That'd be fantastic. We got to wait like 9 months to find that out. Did I hear his statements, Vipula? If I missed anything, let me know. 75 mil is his release clause next year. Is it 75 million a year? I thought that Holland came free next year, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am incorrect about that. Let's see. What else? Levi saying City are going to get Holland. Good morning, Levi. Potentially. City is definitely an option. Who else might be an option for Holland next year? I don't know. We don't need to talk about any club he wants. Basically, any club he wants is an option for him. Thrawn says, Coleman football is too safe. We need more transition, especially from the midfielders. Pedri, Busquets, De Jong are amazing for their country, but with the Barcelona, they are playing way too safe. You might have a point there in terms of playing a little bit too safe. What I will say is that, again, we need more pace on the defensive side of the midfield to be able to push forward and cover those counterattacks for that to make any sense. Like Braithwaite is nowhere ready to be playing right now. Vipula, I'm assuming that's carrying on from another comment. He is injured. Have I already talked about the Rakuten and other shirt sponsors leaving Barca? I haven't, but I just don't even want to. It's... It's just more financial woes for Barcelona, and it's another black eye for Barcelona. It's just no good. This day 5 years ago, we beat Celtics 7-0. Cool. Enerbon, good morning. How we doing? Really love to witness an El Clasico with Mbappe versus Haaland. I think a lot of people would like to see that. Even the casual fan would probably like to see that rivalry reunited. Right now, El Clasico isn't going to carry a lot of weight outside of La Liga. There's just not a lot of superstars to bring the eyes in. Enerbon, we're going to get to predictions. Well, actually, right now, it's 7:18. Let's go ahead and jump into predictions. Kyle Cash says, my worry with Haaland will be him looking for immediate success. Honest opinion, we are a work in progress, and it's going to take time to build up. This is true, but maybe if he comes next year, he gets to be the guy. You know what I mean? Right next to Memphis, of course. I just smashed my ankle on the table. That didn't feel good. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. Ouch. Okay. Yikes, that hurt. Anyway, folks, let's dive on in let's take a look at what we got going on. First and foremost, this match is going to be Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That is my time zone. Figured out what it is for you. I know we got people from all over the world hanging out, watching Wake Up and Barca here. So we gotta keep that in mind for the time zone. Here's what we gotta do first, folks. We gotta gray out all these players who are injured. So let's go down the list here. Who is injured? I've got the potential, most likely Barcelona B players up top here. Gavi, Nico, Balde, Callado. Then we've got our regular starters. So starting from strikers, Aguero is injured. Goatwait is injured. Dembele is injured. Fati is injured. Coutinho's good. De Jong, Pedri, all these guys are good. Alba is questionable. Should be okay. Dest is a doubt. I'm going to mark him as gray. He might end up making the squad. He's got a sprained ankle right now. You can play on a sprained ankle, but it ain't fun. PK is back from his calf injury, thankfully. And Mingueza is also going to be available. Reports are Umtiti will be there. So I think all of our injuries, the exception of Dest, are on the offensive side, unfortunately. So we are just going to gray those folks out. They are unavailable for the match. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you what I think will be Ronald Coleman's starting lineup. And then we'll take a look at what changes I would make. So starting from the back, if he's available, he's in there. And he is available. He started off the season injured, but he's back now. Ter Stegen, number one in your hearts, number one in the program, starting off in goal there. When we look on the defensive side, PK is back from an injury, and I believe everybody else outside of Dest is going to be available for us. So if you factor in, if you look at right back first, we need to fill that spot. Serginho Dest is going to more than likely be unavailable. So I think our second option at right back is going to be Mingueza. Yes, Sergio Roberto is an option, but he's been playing in the midfield this year. He's been having a great impact. I would love to see him stay there. So Mingueza on the right. That's going to bring PK back in from injury. And then I also think he's going to be joined by Araujo. He's going to be right there at the right center back. Jordi Alba expected to be playing and available. He also reportedly picked up a little bit of a tweak over the international break. But reports are saying that he's going to be available. And if he is available, he makes the starting lineup. That brings us to the midfield. And this is where we start getting some questions. Because although we have a healthy midfield, this is a very dangerous Bayern Munich team. I would like to see us take some gambles. I would like to see us with an offensive midfield. I think Ronald Coleman has shown what his preferred starting 11 is going to be. And who he's going to rely on in these big matches. So I probably don't agree with it. I'd probably change it. We'll talk about that next. But Sergio Busquets is more than likely going to be holding down that defensive mid spot. On his right, we're going to have Frankie de Jong, the rock of the Barcelona midfield, box-to-box, best midfielder in Europe right now. And then Pedri is going to be returning from a nice little break. He's been playing for basically 365 days. Playing with Barcelona, playing with Spain, playing every match available to him. He got a nice little 2-week break. He's now back. I predict he will be starting against Bayern Munich. Whew. And now for our attack. Limited options, my friends. The folks that we have available, we have Memphis Depay, who is lights out, unstoppable right now. We have the new signing Luke de Jong. We have the new signing Demir, and we have the recently back from injury Coutinho. So how are we going to line up with these folks? I'm not completely sure. I'm pretty skeptical of how this is going to go. But I have my predictions. So here's what I think. I think Memphis is going to be on the left, and granted, he very often will drift into the center of the pitch and be that false nine. But for lineup purposes, I think he's going to start out on the left. I do think Luke de Jong gets his first match for Barcelona starting against Bayern Munich on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure that's happening. Now it comes down to, will Ronald Coleman want to rely on Demir or Coutinho. If we go with Demir, he can slide right in on that right-hand side, and everyone else gets to play in their more natural positions. The problem with that is Demir has very little experience and looked shaky when he got time for Barcelona in La Liga. So what I would rather see happen is Coutinho come on, and he won't actually line up on that right-hand side. What we'll actually see happen is De Jong will push forward, Depay will slide in more like right here, and then Coutinho will be that kind of left wing, left attacking mid. I think that's how we'll actually look offensively. What it's going to be on paper, probably a 4-3-3, but this is how I think Barcelona are actually going to be running at Bayern Munich come Tuesday. If I had my way, if I was going to change things, I would make a couple of swaps. I would put Sergi Busquets on the bench. I would slide De Jong down here. I would put Coutinho in the midfield. I would put De Jong and Memphis up top. Actually, I would put Coutinho. Here's what I do. I'd put Pedro right there, Coutinho right there, Sergio Roberto, slide in right there. That's what I would do, my friends. Now let me move this to the back. There we go. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. There, that works. Okay, it was behind the badge there. Didn't mean to make that happen. Anyway, so this is how I would line up right now. If I'm Ronald Coleman and I'm looking at what's available to me, this is what I'm going with. I'm going Memphis and De Jong up top. I'm going Pedri as an attacking mid. Coutinho, Sergio Roberto across the middle with De Jong in the holding role. Jordi Alba, Piqué, Araujo, and Mingueza across the back with Ter Stegen holding things down. What do you think, folks? This is my lineup. I don't think Ronald Coleman's going to go for that, but let me get caught up on the chat here. What do you guys think? I see a lot of you shouting for a 3-5-2. Maybe simply because Dest is injured and Jordi Alba maybe not completely fit. Maybe we do go with a 3 center back formation. It is possible. The reason why I don't think that's going to happen is because Joan Laporta was pretty adamant about Ronald Coleman coming out in a 4-3-3 for this year. Kyle Cash is right. Memphis is absolutely killing it right now for club and country. Levi says, doesn't know about Coutinho and Depay. What else? Vipula still shouting for a 3-5-2. I agree that Coutinho should be Cam, but I don't know. Out of the two, you could go either way. And honestly, if both are on the pitch, Pedri and Coutinho are probably going to rotate. It's probably going to be a situation where one pushes forward, the other joins. Frankie will come in to play defense. Sergio Roberto will cover that hole here. Or if it pushes up the right-hand side, it could be could be Pedri pushing forward with Sergio Roberto coming in to join, and then De Jong has to cover that defensive space. There's a lot of different ways that you could kind of rotate within that midfield if you went with something like this. If I have these players available, like if I'm playing FIFA and I have to deal with these injuries, this is the lineup that I'm going with. For sure. What else? Lewandowski, unreal player. Yeah, I'm surprised. Lewandowski's like the one superstar who wanted to leave and didn't. Well, I guess Mbappe would be the other one. There was a bunch of players this summer, big names, that were available. Barcelona, of course, not getting their hands on any of them. Ricky Puig, let's all get real here. We know that Ricky Puig is not going to start. He'll probably get a 10-minute cameo at the end of the match. That's basically how Ronald Coleman uses him. I like Ricky Puig, but if we're being honest, I have not seen enough from him to make me think, yeah, he has to be in the starting 11 for us. Nana, good morning, brother. Says, honestly, would have Coutinho as the cam. He will help because he will need Pedri to help defensively and will take out Roberto for Nico Gonzalez. Not a bad shout, but I'm going experience on this one. If you look at what Ronald Coleman has been relying on, he's still very much focused on keeping that old guard as the core in his team. So Busquets, Roberto, Alba, Piqué, those guys are going to be in the starting lineup very often. Levi saying Roberto at right back. Here's why Roberto is not going to be the right back. Pace. And listen, Sergio Roberto did an amazing job the last few years filling in at right back. And for a midfielder to go and cover a right back position as well as he did, unbelievable. With that said, the last couple of years, it's been shown that he does not have the pace to keep up with today's wingers, and Bayern Munich have a lot of pace on the wing. I don't want to put Sergio Roberto out there marking Sane. I just don't want to see that. Kyle Cash, have a great day, dude. Love you, buddy. Go out there and teach those kids. What else? Siddharth, quit spamming the chat, my friend. You only need to say things once. I heard that Alba has a muscle discomfort. I heard something. I wasn't sure what it was. I heard he had a little tweak, a little something that was making him uncomfortable. What else we got? What else we got going on in the chat here? And SO, no, you chill out. You don't have to be a Barcelona fan to hang out here. All are welcome. We've even had Madrid supporters come in. As long as you're here for the conversation and to hang out, you don't have to support Barcelona. You don't have to, there's really no requirement other than you just have to want to be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community. So, SO, you should know better. This community is not about kicking out people for supporting other clubs. It makes the conversation more interesting. If we only have Barcelona supporters in here, then that's the only opinions we get. We want to hear people from England. We want to hear people that support clubs in Italy. It helps us build a better perspective. And like I said, it's just a more fun conversation. So, Steve, you are welcome in this community, my friend. Anyway, what else? Let's talk about score predictions, I guess. We can talk about that. I'm nervous for this one, friends. Optimistically, 2-1 Barcelona. At home, trying to make up for that 8-2 loss. Optimistically, 2-1 Barcelona. Pessimistically, 3-0 Bayern. I don't think that there's any possible way we get a loss as bad as what we saw the last time that we played Bayern with that 8-2 loss. M. Rich, how we doing, friend? So I think Barcelona, even if things start going south, even if it starts looking like it's going to be a disaster, if we give up 2 goals, 3 goals, I think you're going to see Barcelona do everything they can to shut things down to make sure it's not a complete embarrassment like we saw in that 8-2 loss against Bayern the last time. So that's where I'm going. I don't know how optimistic I feel, to be honest. I would say not super optimistic. But we're going to show up. We're going to be hoping for the best. We're going to support our boys. We're going to hope that Memphis can carry that offensive load for the most part. And who knows, maybe Luke de Jong will surprise us. I don't know, folks. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to be here. Well, let me fill you in. All right. So tomorrow, for me, the match kicks off at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I will do my best to be here 15 minutes early, 2:45 Eastern Daylight Time, so we can start the show. I'm going to be coming from work. I have stuff going on right up until 2:30. So I have stuff going on right up until 30 minutes before kickoff. I then have to stop what I'm doing, pack up, drive home, get in front of the camera. My goal, like I said, is to be here by 2:45, 2:50, so about 10 minutes before kickoff. So don't panic if you show up here tomorrow and I'm not ready for a pregame show. We'll be here for the kickoff. All right. So if this is your first time, thank you for tuning in and taking a ride. Welcome to the undefeated community. We do Wake Up in Barca every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right here on the Undefeated channel at 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Excuse me. Burping up my Americano here for some reason. Anyway, or maybe it was the Oreos that I ate last night. That's probably more likely. Anyway, and then, of course, we are here for all of the live Barcelona matches. And the next one coming up is that all-important match, Champions League, tomorrow against Bayern Munich. It's going to be nervy times, friends, but you know what? Come hang out. We'll talk our way through it. If it's a disaster, we'll support each other. If it's not a disaster, then we get to celebrate together. So happy times either way. We'll hang out. I want to thank everybody for coming and spending your morning with me. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful week. It's Monday, so if you got a full week ahead of you, check off this day, and then we'll keep on moving from there. I got a long day today. So I just got to keep focused on what I'm doing in the moment. We'll get through today. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at Champions League, and then it's an easier week from then on out. So like I said, everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. We'll see y'all next time. Blah.